Hi, I'm over here on the back of my camper because in this video I wanted to talk to you about your RV sewer connections, especially for those of you who have a setup like me where you have two sets of tanks. That means you have two sets of dump valves and two locations where you can hook up your sewer hose. It can be kind of complicated if you're new to RVing and not sure how to handle that situation. So we'll go over some of the details and show you what the setup I use is and some recommendations I have for your sewer system. Hi, my name is Jason and this is a Weekend RV Adventures YouTube channel. And on this channel I cover camping tips and tricks, some of my favorite gear, and some reviews of products I like and adventures we go on. So if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out the channel and subscribe if you want to see more. I had to move over here to this picnic table a little bit further away from my campsite because things are getting pretty busy with people doing their thing. But now let's start talking about how you handle your sewer connections. So you have one option, and that is just to take your sewer hose, connect it to the front tank and dump it, then move it to the back tank and dump it. And I did that for a while. I got my camper halfway through the first season, and that's the way I handled things for that first season. But I quickly realized if we were staying at a full hookup site and going to be there for a while, I didn't want to be moving the sewer hose back and forth. Once you get set up, you kind of want to leave everything and just dump the tanks when you're ready. So I found a Y connector. This way I can connect a sewer hose to the front connection, a sewer hose to the back connection, and then tie in that Y connector and either run a third sewer hose to the drain or buy an elbow with a sewer adapter on the end. They call those a 4-in-1 adapter, and what it is, it's a little part that gives you a couple different thread options and then a straight section that'll fit down into most sewer connections of the campsite and give you a nice tight seal so you don't have that sewer smell leaking out. So what I do is I'll connect a extension hose to the front tank and the extension hose to the back tank and try and position that Y as close as I can to the sewer connection at the campsite. If I can get it right at the connection, then I'll just put that 4-in-1 adapter elbow on it and let it dump right down into the sewer drain from there. If I get to a campsite where I can't make it reach, and that's kind of what I have in this situation today, then I have to add that third hose onto the end of the Y, and I can run that third hose over and let it dump into the drain. Now that third hose is a standard Rhino-Flex hose. That's the hose I've had since I bought the camper. Actually, that's a hose I had from my previous camper. And it's already got the 4-in-1 adapter and elbow built onto the end. So you can do it that way or the other way, but it kind of depends on how the site's set up and how much room you have. I'm here at another campground with full hookups, and this time I was able to run the Y connector right to the drain and just put the 4-in-1 elbow on there. So I want to go ahead and give you a look at that and another coupling I have, which is a 45-degree adapter, and why I use that. Over here you can see that this sewer connection is pretty high up out of the ground, and I've got the Y adapter and the 4-in-1 coupling attached directly to it here, and I definitely needed the sewer hose support up under the hose. Otherwise I'd be heading up a big hill just to get into this connection in the ground. Here's the 45-degree adapter. You can see that my sewer connection's coming out pretty close to the ground. The cap's almost touching the ground there. So this adapter comes out of the sewer connection, makes a 45-degree turn, and then continues down into the sewer hose. This allows it to come out and make a pretty smooth transition instead of putting a big kink in that hose when it's aimed straight at the ground. There's a couple other things about your sewer connection I want to share with you. One is I've got a lot of pieces and parts with my setup. I've got the Y, I've got that elbow piece, I've got some caps that go on the ends of the hose, and then I have 3 hoses. So what I'll do is I'll store all the adapter pieces in a 5-gallon bucket I picked up at a local hardware store, along with the third sewer hose, and then the first 2 hoses I just store in my rear bumper. You can also get a sewer hose storage container that'll mount underneath your camper, or you can make one on your own. I've got a blog post on my website about how to make one out of a fence post. That's the vinyl fence post, so I'll link that up here in the video if you want to check it out. But those give you a little more room than just storing it in the bumper. I may end up doing something again on this camper. I did on my last one. Another thing is about how you handle your tanks when you're at a full hookup site. Some people say leave them open, some people say leave them closed till they're full. What I recommend is always leave your black tank full. You want that to fill up with, leave your black tank closed. You want that to fill up with water and not just drain out, because any solids in there won't flow very well if there's not a lot of water to push them. So keep that black tank valve closed. That way when it gets filled up you can open it and everything will flush out pretty good. Now for your gray tank, if I'm staying for a while, I'll leave my gray tank cracked open, and that way when we're taking showers and things like that, it doesn't fill up and I don't have to constantly be going out every day or two and dumping the tank. But when it gets close to the end of my trip, I'll always make sure to close that gray tank valve, let it fill up all the way, and that way after I run my empty my black tank, I can go ahead and open that gray tank valve and dump that out too. The last thing I'll mention is flushing your black tank. Again, you want to make sure you get all those solids and anything out of that black tank, keep it nice and clean, because if they sit in there and dry, it'll be just about impossible to get anything out of there. So if your camper came equipped with a black tank flush, you'll want to keep a hose for doing that. You don't want to use your water hose. I use a pocket hose that stores pretty small, but it'll extend out I think to 25 feet when it's filled up with water. And I keep a Y adapter for my water connection. Actually, if you go ahead and I'll put a link in the video here, you can check out another video I did on my water connection setup. But that way I can use that pocket hose and flush out my black tank, and I don't risk contaminating my drinking water hose with any sewage. Especially if you're at a dump station and you want to connect there, you don't want to be using your drinking water hose at a dump station. If you don't have a black tank flush on your camper, you can install one yourself. I did that on the Shamrock Hybrid I had before this camper. There's a couple different types. There's some that just spray into your tank. There's some that mount into the tank and spin around. Or you can get one that you just stick down like a wand through the toilet and spray out your tank that way. The one I had installed was just a sprayer. I was afraid that the swirl type one might get jammed up and not spin anymore. So I'll put a link to that one down in the video description below. But I think that about covers everything, so thanks for watching. Again, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see any of the products I mentioned in the video, check out the link in the description. I'll have all the products linked there so you can go check them out yourself.